Hello. This is my first Age of Empires video. I've decided to do a commentary on a game I played recently. I've been playing this game for too long. Came out in 1998 or something like this, and I've played it with friends on and off for, a long time. So this is going to be my first video commentary. I've been playing a little bit of online. This is a Age of Empires 2 HD edition with expansions attached. I've been playing this on Steam with a few people. So I'm just going to play back and commentate over a game I played a few days ago against a gaming friend. And it's one of the most close and competitive games I've ever played. It's just a 1v1 this one, but it really had me on the edge of my seat the whole game. So I'll start the commentary in a moment. Alright, what have we got? So my friend's name is Sked, he's playing blue. I'm Creeks in this match and I'm playing red. So this is the very opening of the game. I'll remove the fog of war so you can see what's going on. We're playing the map's Arabia, and if you're not too familiar with the maps, Arabia is very open. It's very hard to kind of wall and to protect your base in Arabia because you have to. There's a lot of empty space and you have to do a lot of walling, and often it's too late by the time you've done all that walling. I'm playing as Berbers, that's right. One of the new African civilizations. There were 4 new African civilizations in this new expansion, the African kingdoms, and I was just trying out Berbers. I think they're an archery civilization, I'll just check. Berbers, cavalry and naval, that's right. I won't spend too long looking at the tech tree, you can have a look at that yourself if you're interested. And Sked is playing Ethiopians, which is, check that one as well really quickly, an archer civilization. Yep. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. Let's have a look. So this is just the opening, so it's usually pretty standard between most people. Like for example, I never used to do these very min-max strategies, but this is the best, most efficient way that people farm their food at the start. They don't go full berries, they go for the sheep. They'll eat all the sheep one by one, have everybody on a sheep. Something I didn't know, meat decays. If you kill a sheep, you lose some of the meat, some of the food. If you leave it for a long time. If you only have one villager on a sheep, you'll lose a lot of food. So it's good to... Same with boars as well, and deer and this kind of thing. So what are we doing with our scouts? Sked's having a look around. I've been playing with Sked for a little while. I've never met him, I've never talked to him. He's just a guy that was really fun to play with, and we just chat occasionally, and we play occasionally when we're both online, and he's good. We're well matched, I'd say. I'm not sure why he just garrisoned his villages then, but my scout's just sort of finding his town here. Yeah, we can't see this. This is my perspective. So you can see I've snaked my way across the map here. Oh shit, I should have my cursor turned on. I'll just turn that on. Just turned my cursor on so that you can see where I'm pointing. So my scout's snaking his way around the map, having a bit of a look. I've explored around my town first. Let's have a look how different Sked's exploration is. So he's done more around his town. He's clearing all the dark around his town. The way that fog of war works in this game, people probably know it from other games, is the map's black, so it's completely unexplored. After you've explored it, you get this fog here. Fog's not really the right word, but it's, something might have changed here and you don't know. Anyway, I assume people that are watching this commentary are a little bit familiar with Age of Empires at least, so I should really be talking more about strategy. So he's on his boar already. He's got a few berries going. It looks like he's taking deer. I don't usually take deer unless I've got a meal nearby. This guy's pulling his second boar. The boars are really good meat source, food source. So he's pulling some food off there. What am I up to? One of my boars, it looks like. Finished my sheep. Lumber camp's going. pulling the second ball. Gotta love those ball sounds. Pulling that second ball, got some gold going on. Alright, this is where the game starts to get interesting. So, without giving too much away, Sked decides to go for a feudal rush. So I'm going to speed up the farming a little bit here. I'm already going onto the feudal age. He's just seen my scout. He's taking a few pot shots at him. I'm advancing to the feudal age up here. I think Sked's just a millisecond before me. There we go. He just got to the feudal age. Oh, idle villagers. That's bad. So we're going to see a little bit of action pretty soon. Barracks coming up there. Look at this beautiful North African structures. Wish my house looked like that. Idle villagers. I haven't done... See, what I'm doing here is I'm using my houses to wall just a little bit. It won't really do that much, but you know, you have to build houses anyway, so quite a lot of people, especially in Arabia, this map, which is very open, will wall their town centres and farms with houses to some extent. Here's his scout. Here he comes. I sort of managed to catch his scout cover there, but gotcha. Almost got him though. Runs away wounded. Where's Sked? So he's just had a little look at my town there. Now he's making... So what he's doing is he's doing a feudal age archer rush. So he's got 2 archery ranges down. And he's making archers. And he's going to go and try and start on my town very early. I've seen him do this strategy once before. And sometimes it works if you're not very well organised for it. So his archers are already on their way over to my town. I'll switch over to my perspective. So I'm still cracking away here. But I'm getting my archery ranges up because I usually go... oh, you're not going to get away with that one, Scout. No. Scouts aren't really very tough. I'm even starting to do a little wall here. Oh! So he's already onto me with his archers. That's got me very worried here. Well, that's got this villager very worried. Not going to last long. So he's done something that's very smart with the rush at the beginning. He's going for my outlying resource farming. You know, gold you'd usually go for, or lumber if you can get to that, stone or anything outside. I've immediately started making skirmishes. Luckily I had a couple of archery ranges up. Skirmishes, hard counter archers. Trying to shoot them down a bit with my town centre. So he's run straight over to my lumber workers. I'm chasing around with these troops that I'm building. They're taking a little bit of time to get here. And in the background, he's already started building his watchtower, which is going up very quickly. I've seen it, but I'm not... I've even got my villagers chasing him down here because I want to get him out. You could call this a tower rush as well. I'm losing this battle. He's got the tower up, so I'm taking a bit of extra fire. I'm under a lot of pressure here, so I haven't got this wall finished. I'm worried about more archers coming in. He's got a tower there. Now, he doesn't have a tech called murder holes, which allows your troops... murder holes shoots any troops that are near the building. If you're right next to the building, if you're attacking it in melee range, if you don't have murder holes, I'll be able to attack it in melee range. I'm accidentally putting these troops here. I need to change my rally point. How's Sked going? So he's sending more archers over, it looks like. Oh, he's housed himself. Getting some houses down. But he's got a few more archers coming over. So he's trying to keep me behind. But and he's going to the castle age, looks like. So he's watching me. I'm trying to wall up a little bit here. I've got some skirmishes ready for him. He's pulling his archers back because he doesn't want them to get smashed by skirmishes. So I've just gone to the castle age, and he's just about to advance to the castle age as well. He's playing very carefully here. I'm surprised he didn't do any more exploring around here, because he would have really been able to punish my lumberjacks here who are back at work, I suppose. Yeah. I've got some troops here, but this isn't causing me too much problem at the moment. He's worrying more about his own building. But here come his archers at last. I'm under a lot of pressure here. I've started building another town centre straight away in the castle age up here. I guess I was hoping he wouldn't be able to quite get there. See, the houses don't really do very much to the archers here. Although, I hate to think how many resources he's put into these archers. There's a lot of gold and wood there. And they're not upgraded. He's going to upgrade them to crossbowmen quite soon. So he's coming around the outside of my base, just causing me a bit of trouble, putting me behind. As you can see, his scores leaped up a little bit, because he's knocked off some of my villagers. Got a couple of... There you go, attacking the tower. Trying to get rid of that. He's found my other town centre, but town centres are great because you can run your villages in there. Which I don't do. Just here. We're a bit late. But that's causing him a bit of problem, so he's going to leave. I've got some skirmishes, but I'd lost him into the fog there, unfortunately. Even though they're just here, I just didn't know because of the fog, which is frustrating. He could have run them anywhere. So I'm just trying to recover here, getting some gold miners back up, getting a few troops up. Trying to recover my lumberjacks. I was very behind on wood for a while. He's not doing anything with his archers at the moment. Let's see what he's up to. These are some of the beautiful new African buildings in the African expansion. They look pretty good, I think. This is the Ethiopians, yep. So like East African. I have no idea how historically accurate they are, but he's getting his walls up slowly. What am I up to? I love to use cavalry archers. I'll give that away about myself. They're like archers, but they're movable. They're much quicker to get around, so you can run them into your opponent's base and attack and then run without them taking too much return fire. He's upgraded his archers to crossbowmen here. I've got these skirmishers here, so although I still can't see them, I wish that I'd researched. Oh, here they come, here they come. I think he's coming back around this side again, but I've got my wall up. He's building a few things over here, but he seems pretty occupied with his economy. My score's catching up to him. I'm not quite sure what happened to him here. I remember when I watched the replay, he was having a lot of trouble with farms for some reason. He just didn't have enough farms up, and he kept sending a couple of knights to protect his archers here. He's taking a few pot shots at my gold. I've actually sent these cavalry archers not to kill these, but to go and raid his base, because if I don't start raiding his base soon, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So I'm sending them over to his base, just around the back. Yeah, I remember he got very stuck with his economy for some reason. He's having a look at his... Oh, he's into it. This was a very interesting fight here. Because I had to bring my spearmen to counter the knights. But I didn't want his archers to shoot my spearmen. I needed my skirmishers on his archers. So that was a very intense fight there, actually. Managed to take his knights down, but unfortunately he just had too many crossbowmen. Now I've just started raiding his town a little bit. I've killed some of his gold miners here. Just tickling him. He can't get into my base at the moment, which is good. I'm trying to build up my economy a little bit again. Now I've got my archers and my scout cavalry just having a crack at his gold miners. Got to keep them away from the town centre because the town centre will shoot the crap out of me if I get too near it. But see how I've taken them off the gold, just for the moment, so he can't keep producing knights and archers and this kind of thing temporarily. This is what I love about scout cavalry archers. They can he'd just start chasing me with his knights. If I had archers, the knights would run me down in seconds. But because they're cavalry, I can shoot down some villagers and then just run the hell out of there. What I've done here is... He's just left his archers outside my base. What I've done here is I've just pinged him to go to the corner of the map just to get his knights to chase me out to Whoop Whoop, out to the middle of nowhere. See, can you hear Sked's? If you're an Age of Empires player, you recognise that sound straight away. It's his farms running out. So they've caught me here, but I've just started them running again. I'm really building up my farms a little bit here, trying to recover my economy. I'll go back to my view. What am I looking at the moment? This is the view lock, so it's actually real time what I was doing, looking around. I'm still running still running some of my troops around. So he's bringing his archers in again. He's left his knights up here. They're quite far away, even though it's the tiniest map possible. He's onto me. I've got skirmishers ready for them because I know they're still around here. Chasing them around. He's realised he needs his knights here. I remember. He's going to run them down. Yep, here they come. But they're pretty far away, so it's a bit behind, because he could really get these, he could kill these skirmishers with his knights. There's a pretty intense fire here. I believe he still takes me out, because he's just got too many. Sked's still trying to build his economy a little bit. The knights have cracked into my villages here. I should call them in a second. He's running his knights away. He's run these... I've got some more skirmishes up already, so I'm just taking out these last few archers. So that's his archers finished. He's running his knights around. I made a terrible mistake here and ran all these villagers right past his knights because I didn't want them killed here. But I've got spearmen ready for him. He's trying to run his knights into my base. No, the lumberjacks are gone. He's got a couple of other knights which he's forgot about and accidentally sent through my base. A bit of a chase going on here. Now, I'm raiding his base again. Just chasing his knights out of my base at the moment. I was just panicking all the way through this game. There was just so much stuff going on. Trying to raid the edges of his base here. Just shooting his villagers until he gets rid of his town. He garrisons his town centre. I've got a little forward villager here. I'll just show you that again. I've got a forward villager up here. He can't see me there. I know he can't see me there. This is where we are. This is my villager's just here. He's farming just here. He hasn't walled here, so I want to make a little forward base here. You can hear all those farms failing again. Sked. I don't know how he just couldn't keep up with his farms for some reason. I've got my villagers up here, raiding his lumberjacks here. We're both raiding each other continually this match. That's why it was so intense, really, because you're trying to juggle your economy and your military at the same time. So, he calls his villagers in, sends it back out, I hit them again. He's under a lot of pressure here, because he really wants to keep his villagers so that he can build his military. He just doesn't have very much military at the moment. Still raiding him. And I'm sending a few more cavalry archers up there. You see that? Garrisons them in, run away, releases them back out. Here come his knights. Run away. I really shouldn't have run them through this gap, because if he'd chased me, which he didn't, until I think he sends them off this direction somewhere. If he'd chased me, he would have seen this villager, and that would have caused him to really go just having a look and making sure that I've got nothing there. But luckily, he just decides to block the little gaps with houses and walls. Houses are pretty easy to get through, so probably not the best idea. So what's going on over here? Still got some military, sending a couple more villagers to start building a little forward base. Got running my archers back to continue raiding. He sees me there, but I pull him away. I didn't want him to see my villagers here, so I tried to pull his little military away. Chase him down his wall here. Sked's just got to the Imperial Age. Now, in this match, I don't think I even go to the Imperial Age, because I just want to get the pressure on him and not relieve that pressure. He's gone Imperial, and as far as I can remember, he's spent... No, he's got plenty of resources. That's not true at all. Bit short on wood, but shouldn't really be attacking that house there, but I knew I couldn't get through this wall here. He's got his castle up at the back of his base to protect his farms. Probably not the place I would put it. And I made a note to myself after I played that game that I should always make forward castles in 1v1 games. There's just not really much point in putting it back there. I haven't even been raiding back here. He's got no gold left. So here's my castle. It's almost done. Fog of war. He hasn't really noticed these troops going past here. He's having a bit of trouble with farms again. He should really be able to his food. So the castle's up. He's realised it's there. Now he's got to decide what to do. You can see I've got some troops there. He's decided to send a military force to my base instead of trying to repel this, which is an interesting choice. But I think that I'm well enough ready. I've just got a handful of troops which I've just been putting around the front of my base, just ready for his attack. There are a couple of unique units you might not have seen here. This character, the Genitile, if you want to pronounce it, is a mounted skirmisher, so it's this fellow on a horse. He's not really watching what's going on here, so fairly easy for me to just clean up his little attack force. In the meantime, preparing my castle, sending my troops in. I've got 2 battering rams up, which he really should have destroyed those first, in my opinion. But he has got skirmishes, so he is able to take out some of the cavalry archers here. I've taken out his first town centre, so that's given me a nice little foothold in his base. That means there's no incoming fire from castles or town centres. Got a few petards here. I've got my troop production up. I'm just really pushing this advance. I'm not even really paying very much attention to what's going on here. I'm just trying to get more troops in there. If I can just keep troops in here, and as you can see, I'm sending these ones that I had over here, just sending them across the map while these guys hold this foothold. And that's, from what I remember, he's just unable to really repel this attack. What's he doing? He's trying to fix his resources. I don't know what he's done. He's selling some gold. He's making skirmishes. What's he building here? Barracks. He's got a lot of villagers. But I'm just pushing into his base. I'm still in the castle age. I haven't even gone Imperial age. It's just that I've got a lot of troops in his base, and I'm destroying buildings now with my rams. I must have about 4 rams in his base now. See, what's the castle doing? Nothing. It's sitting at the back of his base, and it's not going to come into play until the game's pretty well over. He's making Shotel warriors. I didn't even notice that. But unfortunately, he's made the mistake of running them straight into my troops. He should really be keeping some troops back here and then rushing them all in together. But I think at this stage, it's pretty well too late. I've just got too many troops in his base. And they're still coming in. They're just coming in from these troop production. With the pikemen. Even though, you know, he's shooting me with his town centre and he's sending troops in, it's just not enough. Now the castle's coming into play, but... This is my economy. I've just got lumberjacks going. Nothing really special. Still creating troops here. I've just got such a hold on his base now, there's not really much chance of recovery. I do know that he started building somewhere else. Not quite sure where. Maybe we'll see in a moment. See, look at this. He's made a big attack force here, but I just don't think it's enough. He's housed at the moment. Yeah, it just wasn't enough. It was a good try. Building another castle in his base here. I think he realises he's had it by now. He just doesn't have any wood. He's housed himself somehow. still using the lowest rank of battering ram, just hitting his buildings. That's his original town center. I'm just making, still making this lowest rank of battering ram, just hitting his buildings. You know, I could have moved these troops out of here, but I was pretty confident at this stage. The game was pretty well over. Still got lots of troops in his base. Making more, I think. Oh, there you go. I do actually advance to the Imperial Age, but just at the very end, just in case I needed a trebuchet, because I didn't want to get the castle with battering rams. It's pretty pointless. He's got a few troops here, but his resources are low. He's backed into a corner. This is what he does. He sends all his villagers off to go make another little settlement, but I think that he realizes that it's just too late. I've got troops coming in. I finally got my trebuchets just so I can hit this castle. I think he's going to build a town centre here somewhere. But I'm pushing into his villages. Castle's going to go down. Honestly, there's not too much to show you from here. This is really the end of the match. Yeah, he goes to make this other structure, but it doesn't really mean very much. His resources are quite low. His castle's down. I'm knocking out his buildings and his houses. And that's it. I tell you what, that was a fantastic game though. When he attacked me here at the beginning with his archers, I wasn't ready. It just wasn't ready. I'd started building this wall, but it was just too slow. He just marched straight in, started hassling my troops. You know, I made some... Luckily I had an archery range up and I started making skirmishes. He had me under a lot of pressure in the early game, in the feudal age. And I was absolutely panicking through the first half or so of this game. I was panicking because my villagers were getting shot at. I was trying to advance to the next age. I was trying to create troops, but you can't create troops if you don't have the resources. And he was pushing my gold away. He was pushing my wood away. I had to keep running my villagers in and out from my town centre. I mean, he had to do the same thing when I was raiding him. He was just going in and out with his town centre. And somehow I just managed to just ward him off, even though I didn't even completely finish walling, which is pretty typical of Arabia. It's too hard to plug all the gaps a lot of the time. I just got this forward base going and just pressed the attack into his base. Got the siege weapons on him. You know, if he'd had some siege weapons and brought them with him and perhaps destroyed some of my troop production facilities, that might have been his game. It was such a close game and I really enjoyed it and I can't wait to play him again. He's a very good player. So yeah, that's pretty well my commentary. If you're into Age of Empires, I'm sure I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's pretty well it. So you can see by the timeline how close this was. We're both advancing to the ages almost at the same time. He did get the Imperial Age, but that may have cost him a fair bit because I kept the difference here is I kept my troop production up a lot. You know, I killed a lot of his troops here. The dark, in case you're not familiar with this, the light represents his villages and the light red represents my villages and the darks represent our militaries. So we both had militaries around the same time. I killed a few of his off here, but I kept making more. And so I really just destroyed his military after he'd hit the Imperial Age, and he just wasn't really able to recover from that. And I kept growing mine and pushing into his base. I got the Imperial Age much later. It really wasn't even part of the game. The game was over about here-ish. And these represent little battle events. Anyway, great game. Really fun game to play Age of Empires, and I'm looking forward to playing some more games. Thanks for watching.